Hey, welcome back. This is the third video in a three-part series. My name is Alana Heim of Prosperity Alignment, and I love to support you with aligning who you are with what you want. So let's go back. First video, we talked about wealth consciousness. Second video, I brought in cryptocurrencies, theta, some fears. And so let me just kind of weave this in, tying it back to my chickens. So for 3 years, we had, 10, 12 chickens that lived in our yard, and they would go in at night, but we didn't always close up the house. We built a whole new house and a pen area, and they still had a doorway that wasn't fully enclosed. And there was just this aspect of having a chicken coop, right? And so I love this. I love what the universe did here. I mean, it took a while, believe me. But the whole aspect of keeping your eggs in one basket, right? All these chicken references as it ties to money. So here's the thing. We didn't have raccoons in the area until we did. Our house was safe until it wasn't. And when it comes to money and the fears that I was feeling as it was applying to theta and the value growing, it started to hit me, what if my security in my home is not as safe as I think it is? Because what happened at the end of January is 10 of our 11 chickens were killed by a raccoon. We didn't know raccoons lived in the area because for 3 years, we thought we were safe. We thought our chickens were safe. So there is this false sense of security that sometimes we can have, where we think everything is okay until it's not. And really going through this traumatic experience of realizing that we lost our chickens, it kind of has helped me full circle to really see the depth of what I was to learn from that experience. To realize there were actions we could have taken. And in our lives, there are always things we can do, but sometimes we don't, and we stop ourselves. So I want you to really take a look at what are some safety, security measures that you know you should be taking, but you haven't. Where maybe you've gone out and dug into the fear as I talked about last video, where you've researched, you've learned, but you haven't taken action. Now for our chicken coop, we never closed off the actual door to the whole very safe half a shed type of home for the chickens. We never closed it off. We knew they were gated. We knew they were somewhat enclosed, but it wasn't 100% secure. And we thought maybe there was, an owl that could come in. We just had no clue that a raccoon could come in. So just know that sometimes we don't even know where our predators are. And the world is always evolving and changing. There's new scams. There's new things that can come up as it relates to cryptocurrency, our finances, whatever it may be. For us, it was the raccoon. We didn't know he existed until he did. And because we never had gone and got an automatic closing door to lock them in every night, in hindsight, of course we should have had that. But really, we didn't know it was necessary. So there are times where we think that something is not necessary until you learn the hard way that yes, it is. So my point is, that was where my fears kind of stemmed from as it related to this increasing value with theta. Knowing, what don't I know? And where do I think my house is secure? My financial house is secure, just like I did with the chicken coop, and it really isn't. What security measures do I need to ensure are in place so that my financial holdings are safe and secure, that I feel safe and secure, and that something isn't going to just show up that I wasn't expecting? So know that this isn't forever, finite, absolute. Things are always shifting. And we have to also be able to recognize what else can we do. So maybe it is using a Trezor to have a cold storage for theta. Maybe it is making sure that you have everything off your computer, or if you are logging in at certain points, and it doesn't have to just be theta. It could be anything within cryptocurrencies, and maybe you're logging into your wallet that's actually on your computer and not web-based. Are you logging in without it being on the internet? Do you have a VPN? What are these security measures that you are taking on because you are taking personal responsibility? We are moving into a very fast-paced world. You probably can already feel it. Everything's shifting so rapidly. That means we're going to have to keep with the times and make sure that we are most safe and secure as it relates to our finances, especially if you are in more of the decentralized world and you're finally taking back your own power and you're not leaving it up to the banking institutions to be that safe, secure place for you. Everything's shifting. So by losing my chickens, I learned a lot. And I learned that even when we think we're safe and secure, we have to go deeper and realize where might there be gaps. Allow for that fear to move you in the direction to go see what you can't see, right? There's a part of me that held kind of that fear of, oh my gosh, like what if this happens again? But guess what? I get to change my reaction and my action. And we have our one chicken left, and she now lives in the house. She's been living in the house. We have 9 little chicks that are growing in our bathtub. And so we know that these girls, when they get big, they're going to be in a more safe and secure home. We're going to have more protocols in place to ensure that they're safe. And from learning this experience, I know I'm going to get back in. So just the same in the financial world. Where can you take your precautions and really make sure that you are safe and secure? And even if something did happen, if you got into crypto at one point and you lost your keys or you gave it away or somebody hacked you or something happened and now you've had that fear and you don't want to get back in because you think it's going to happen again, guess what? You get to change it. Change your response. Change your action. What did you learn from that first experience? What didn't you do that you can do now? Because this is where you are your wealth and you are a wealth magnet and you can call it in. And the more that you're going to trust yourself to make sure everything is safe and secure, the more you're actually going to also realize that you're shifting that wealth consciousness. And usually fear resides in that lower vibration of poverty consciousness, where we think there's not enough and we're afraid. We're afraid to take risks because we don't have the luxury to take risks. So just know where you are in the consciousness level. Know where you are on wanting to grow or accumulate more wealth. And that right now is a beautiful time for the long game to really get into cryptocurrencies, to start to shift because our financial system needs it. And it is not going to continue to support you in the way that it always has. And so if you're willing to adapt and move into something, it's really fun. And if you can have your partner on the same page and you guys can grow together, learn together, have fun together, go for it. And if you feel the fears that are also coming up because it's brand new and you don't know what you don't know, there are plenty of resources and people who are able to support you with where you want to go and to help you get there. And yes, there could be some little bumps along the way and maybe you learn the hard way, like, sometimes it feels like we have to. We don't. But just know that that's part of your growth process. And that gate 18, the fear of imperfection, it's okay if you don't get it perfect, because honestly, what the heck is perfect anyway? Perfect for you is totally different for me. And I want you to get your perfect financial situation or to have whatever it is that you really want. So I hope that you found value in these 3 videos. I hope this was supportive. If you have any questions, if you want to connect, you can go to prosperityalignment.com. /how is where you can request your human design chart. /calendar is where you can book a free prosperity session. /schedule is where you can actually book a human design reading or a prosperity consulting session. We can talk finance, we can talk human design. I also have healing sessions. There's so many different ways that you can be supported, and it doesn't have to be through me. So first of all, thank you for being you. Second of all, the support is within you. You already are supported by yourself and by the universe, by everybody. So really just acknowledge that and receive that. And thank you for being able to just kind of start to see things differently, right? Allow yourself to open your mind to shift things so things can be more of what you want it to be. So, much love, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.